I apologize. Well, cabin over there. I entertain a motion on the meeting. We're open. Come on. Tyler, you good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Public forum. We're going to begin with public forum. Public forum is to transfer members of the student body and faculty to address the Senate on issues they might have with things on campus or the items on the docket. Is there anybody here for public forum who would like to address the Senate? Anybody? No one see no one move the Speaker of the Senate. I have no report today. We'll continue now with Cabinet reports. President. No what? No report. Vice President report. We'll go now to Chairperson of the Committee on Student Interest report.
We're just working on getting aliases for the subcommittee heads, so that'll be done by next week. That's it.
Okay, we'll move now to the Treasurer report.
I haven't received any budget requests for the upcoming budget period, so make sure to remind all of your RSOs to start doing that.
That's for the fall, right? Correct?
Yeah. March 30th.
All right, we'll continue now with Secretary report. No report. Okay, we'll move now to committee reports. Academic affairs. We voted in some new members to the SFA, unrelated to the committee stuff, obviously. We're moving forward on scheduling some meetings with some faculty. April 2nd will be a joint student-faculty summit in which students and faculty will sit down to discuss new initiatives for the organization. Right now, it's more so exclusively for committee members, so if anybody's interested, just send me an email, let me know. I'll try to get you guys on the attendance sheet for that. We also have an event next week, or Wednesday, this Wednesday coming up, March 5th, Faculty Feud. Great turnout of faculty. We have 12 faculty members sign on for the event, which is more than we need. So I would like to have a lot of students there. It'd be nice if some senators came, saw you guys did a lot, $150 for us for the event, so it'd be good to come and see where the money gets spent. Other than that, moving forward, bowling signups are out if you'd like to be a part of the Student Faculty Alliance Bowling League. So that starts the week after spring break. It's every Friday commitment, but every other Friday is when you bowl. You're welcome to come any Friday you want though, so look for that in SLN. Other than that, we're going to move forward on some initiatives. I'll have more feedback on that next week. Continue, then we'll move to accountability.
Given the Xbox issue with C2GS, the Accountability Committee is looking into systems for managing SGA property. I'm meeting with Christy about that tomorrow. That's it. I'll keep you guys posted on what we have decided.
Campus life.
We're probably going to have a meeting this Thursday. I will email everybody.
Constitution and bylaws.
Yes, we had a meeting right before this meeting. We started assembling.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, yeah. We started assembling a list of interest points, things that we might want to discuss throughout the semester. We decided that we're going to assign priorities to those things, and we're going to try and announce beforehand what items we'll be discussing at what meetings, so that if there are any senators interested in a specific thing, they can come to that specific committee meeting. We haven't settled exactly on what priorities we're getting, so that'll be coming.
All right. If you want to use our every other week committee breakout for a general Senate discussion, you're more than welcome to do that. Just make sure you email Allie. We'll put it on the docket as a discussion item. So that's something we can do. Okay, moving forward, we'll go to public relations. Not here today. Any report in his absence at all? No? Or wasn't that anything through? All right. That's okay. We'll move now to speaker committee. Nothing? And we'll go to tailgate. Any report in his absence? He's moving pretty quick though. You guys seen the emails. He already opened up an application form for the organization. So tell your respective organizations if that's something they should look into now if they want to have one. Last year we filled up, I want to say we gave all the money. Excuse me? It came out in an org sync message to organization presidents. Mike, do you have a question?
Sorry, no, I'm just wondering, does anyone know when those are due?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's on the form.
March 8th.
March 8th.
Thank you.
I know. But last year they filled up like the first week. We allotted all the money. The last time we did this. So if your organizations are interested in it, it's something they should jump on. It's not something you can wait till like the deadline. So, all right, we'll continue now to Committee on Student Interest Subcommittee reports. Ethics Student Council.
Cannoli night was a big hit, y'all. My team won, just saying.
How fast did you get your for cannoli?
Me? Oh, my team finished in like 4 minutes, 25 seconds. At 5
Not sure you're supposed to eat cannolis like that.
All right, professional societies. Any report in his absence? Nope. All right, we'll move forward. Media board.
We'll probably be having a meeting right after spring break, but the date is TBD. I have to wait for the answer last.
Okay, we'll move to special interests. John, any transfer that responsibility yet?
I've transferred it to Devon, and he said he's going to set up he's shooting for a meeting after
Devon
spring break.
report if he wants to.
Yeah.
We're having a meeting the first week after spring
There we
break.
go.
All right. We'll go to Club Sports Council. Council.
No report.
No report. We'll go now to arts and music.
Question,
Ask away.
have subcommittee heads been, assigned as reviewers on Doug's? Yay.
So if they put any budgets in for next meeting, you should get an alert message and authorization to approve it.
Awesome.
Now, those approval decisions for all you guys that are now listed as approvers, you should be approving them in conjunction with discussion with the treasurer and the CCSI. You don't have to, if you know it's like gonna be okay, but you're supposed to be the approver for the financial committee on that budget before it goes on our docket. All right, now we'll continue to recreation.
So I had a meeting last week. Ski and Snowboard Club, they'd like to do another trip, not a big one like Sugarloaf, just a Wednesday night mountain peak trip. Cam wants to reallocate the funding for their passes to the Lake George trip so they can accommodate more people. I think it's going good for them. The one thing was they have a lot of equipment and they don't have a place to store this equipment. Basically, they tried to go through John Rosie, but it didn't end up working. So basically, e-board members are just kind of holding onto them wherever they're living, and so we need to figure out a way for clubs to get access to their stuff that's like efficient and effective.
We should probably make that discussion point, because we were supposed to have updates on the lockers in Jacobus. We never really followed up on that, finishing it. Okay, so we're finished. So let's put that in the docket for next week. And accountability, if you want to, we could probably throw that in your umbrella. Accountability committee is getting a lot on their plate, so we should probably get some help if people are interested. All right, we'll move to old business, but before we get old business, let's go back to speaker report. I forgot to let you guys know, the sailing club purchased the boats. They have them now. They have a dock set up. They're all good to go. So definitely let your friends know. That's something that we will hopefully expand their program and the programs we have here at Stevens in regards to sailing. So congratulations to them and you guys for helping make that happen by a lot of different funds. So we'll move now to old business. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for February 23rd. Second, good. We'll go to the minutes. Attendance? Is okay with that? All right, we can keep going now. Wow, I had a big update that week. All right. Committees. Accountability. All in here. I'll entertain a motion to move previous question if anyone has it.
Second.
We have a second. All right, all those in favor of moving the previous question, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All those in favor of approving the minutes from February 23rd, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we'll continue now with new business. Would anybody like to, Devon?
Move to approve Grand Triangle additional funding request.
Second.
Budget as it stands, $415.25. For Spirit Week pep rally on campus event. Comments include list of activities. So, discussion on this motion. Bonnie brought up, you speak first.
Yeah. So Grand Triangle doesn't have any events budgeted for in the spring, outside of the original leadership tree, which is done in conjunction with the SGA. This is our large spring thing. This is the substitute for Spirit Week. It would just be this pep rally, and we are looking into maybe doing something the following day, but that's not set in stone yet. So most of what's coming out of this pep rally is going to come from athletics. This is essentially all that Grand Triangle would need to contribute from an items perspective.
Continue discussion. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion for your question. All those in favor play request for the Spirit Week Pep Rally, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. We'll continue now with the agenda. Other new business items. I'll entertain a motion to approve the knitting club additional fund request.
So moved.
All right, we'll bring that up. $95 for a yarn swift and yarn ball winder. Those are devices of sorts for yarn storage. All right, there's some clarification. Makes a lot of sense. Discussion on that. Any discussion on that? All those in favor of moving the pre-discussion, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All those in favor of approving their additional play request for a yarn ball winder and yarn swift, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Who do they fall under? Who's their committee? Special interest? Ask them where they're going to store it, find out how they're going to handle this. I don't know what these look like. Does anybody know what they look like? I imagine they're large items. So, a yarn ball winder and a yarn swift.
No, they're like
Come on, Barry, they're
Are
not.
they?
very big.
She made it seem, this comment right there made it seem like she was going to store yarn, knitting club's worth of yarn and move them into orbs for storage. So, now, if they're small, they sound like things that might go missing.
Yeah, no,
So.
they're like accordion type things, so they're like.
Oh, we looked them up?
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue now with the agenda. There are no other items technically on the docket because the torch reallocation does not have to be approved by the Senate. It only has to be approved by the Financial Committee, which consists of just the CCSI, the treasurer, and their subcommittee representative. So torch falls under special interest, correct? No? Yes. So the three of you guys have apparently already passed note on this and it's fine. Would anybody like to discuss it as a Senate? Or are you okay with the notes and discussion items that were provided in the email? Put it up real quick just for discussion. I mean, no discussion, but just for clarification. What?
If I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just see time to,
Stop.
knock it out.
You can have some time if you'd like.
Just give everybody information.
Okay.
It's approved already though, as of now, unless the Senate has an
You
issue
just
with
look
it.
it up.
No, you just tell us what it was.
Oh, sorry, okay. So we had originally borrowed the budget from what it was already, like last year, then doing the same event, but we decided to change it. It was supposed to be, like, last year there was a dance party, we didn't feel that we wanted to do that. Instead, it's going to be a panel discussion, of LGBTQ people in Greek life, and we motioned, like, that we asked for reallocation from, like, money for the dance party to, like, refreshments and stuff like that. No, not stuff like that, just refreshments and, like, tablecloths and, yeah. So, it was a lot less money.
Good for everybody? They're just moving money over from one event that they didn't really need anymore to another. Pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. We let clubs lose a lot. All right, so we're not bringing it up. No one wants to discuss it with any voting power, so we're just going to keep moving with the agenda. Are there any other items for new business that weren't on the docket that people would like to vote upon? Anything? No? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to discussion. There are no discussion points on the agenda this week. We are pretty much done with the meeting, 17 minutes, so we have the time to discuss items if you'd like. Would any of the standing committees like to bring items up for discussion? Tyler, do you have anything you want to add? You want to bring some up? You have the floor, and we can definitely do 15 to 20 minutes.
So, I need to get the hard list of things up first. No, I guess we can start with okay, yeah, I guess one of the main priority items that we discussed at the Constitutional Bylaws meeting was bylaw 10, Article 10, which is gives the Senate the power to suspend pretty much all of its bylaws at will, majority vote.
Majority vote.
We're hoping to, I guess, basically get rid of that. However, where's Michael? As Michael noted, that might sometimes pose an issue for, there are some bylaw things that just literally don't make sense and we need to change them immediately in order to take action. So, I guess that's a discussion point of go about fixing that bylaw.
Alright, let me just. Does anybody have any discussion, want to add to that, discuss on that? I'm trying to just pull up the bylaws right now so we can reference it again for Mike.
I'll just add to what Tyler said. Basically, the way our discussion went is that we're looking through the Constitution and bylaws, like looking for any inconsistencies, looking for anything that we might find questionable, and the suspension of the bylaws was brought up as something that may be questionable because those are like the purpose of the Constitution and bylaws is to govern what we do and ensure that there's nothing that we're doing that is in any way corrupt, to put the easiest way. So we talked about how like suspension of bylaws is something that really shouldn't happen, but then we did acknowledge the fact that sometimes we have there might be an issue with the bylaws because they're written by people and no one is perfect, so we might have an issue in the bylaws that prevents us from doing something that we're supposed to. So then we brought up the possibility of just changing it from majority, just like a simple majority, to suspend the documents that totally govern everything that we do.
Which line was it?
Article 10.
10.
It's like almost at the end.
It's on page 27.
Yeah.
Wow, it's just an article on itself.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the article in question. So of course we're not going to vote on this. This should be brought up in an official docket item and stuff. But this is brought up for discussion by the committee. So you guys can read it, see it. Now, what about the bylaws that we've passed in previous semesters and aren't yet noted in a document yet? How's the progress on that?
There are just 3 of them. 2 of them I've pretty much confirmed that we voted on them, approved them. The other one I don't think I was in the Senate when we voted on it, so I'm just trying to find out when we did it to sort of check on it. I just need to. I don't know how to how would I go about changing the on our website copy of the Constitution and
Actually,
the bylaws.
You can just send it an email to Ally and she can update it on our docs.
which one are you having trouble confirming?
We had. Yeah, what's your first one? I don't remember. There was a proposed bylaw amendment where we changed Article 4, Section 4.01, which is about impeachment, and we added a clause saying that the official must be made aware of their impeachment on the docket 48 hours before the Senate meets. And I forgot when we did that.
I thought that was standing already. I didn't know there was two.
That was with
Yeah.
Well, there was more to that bylaw than just that. Was it before that?
No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't.
Because we had a bunch more for the Carrick ones, well, for the impeachment bylaw change. That included clauses for certain positions and who would sit on the committee for anything. Do you have that bylaw? No.
I may just have to search manually.
We might have, yeah. So the docket, you know how to do work thing. The docket items should all be on there by folder.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right,
So
let's
I'll
do.
go through manually and try and get a little more. See if I can find the rest of them.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
And what were you had 3 noted. What were the 3?
The one most recently where we rewrote the parliamentarian bylaw.
Oh, so you had that one.
Yeah, that I don't think it's in here though, so
Okay.
we need to fix that one. And then the one where we changed meetings being called and allowed the speaker or president to call a meeting 48 hours beforehand in case of emergency. And I remember us voting on that one.
Yeah. What about, we did one for the Academic Affairs Committee last year. Is that even written in there?
I don't have that one.
Because that was that was a big issue, so. We're functioning like that passed, so we definitely should try to get that in. I'll forward that one to you again.
I'll go through all docket items manually at this point.
That's, how were you doing it before?
I actually had all the amendments from there.
Oh, okay. Well, the ones that she had when she was the chair. Who was the chair before you?
Martin.
Mark?
I didn't get any of the new amendments. He just gave me here's the most recent documents.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I'll go through
Like-
it.
Alright.
yeah, I saved all my amendments and all my minutes and stuff. He gave me.
Yeah.
So, I just didn't update that because.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I don't think you actually have the privilege to update them on the website.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Any other discussion points? So, your first issue, Article 10. Are you guys gonna strike it for next week, you think? Or is there other stuff you wanna clean up first? That's fine.
No, there's
No, me, that's a good discussion point too.
The 16th there will be meeting, because that's when.
So that's what I mean by next meeting. Is that gonna be both a budget and a
Yeah.
constitution meeting, because we're missing a meeting?
As long as we don't have the Constitution.
If there's, stuff that comes up, so well, we can bring budgets, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll email the committee, and it's very possible that we'll have something for
You guys got 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, we have all spring break, so, and I don't wanna use up people's time during spring break, but, well, we do have a lot of time.
Can we go to a new topic?
Yeah, go ahead, we have time.
Alright, I was gonna bring this up next week, but since we're not meeting, I guess we might as well do it now. Can some people who've been here a little bit longer elaborate on the history behind club storing property and what that's looked like, how we're doing it now, like, just what's going on there? I don't know.
We could go to the cabinet first, unless any of the senior senators wanna add anything. No, we'll go to cabinet. Sarah, do you have anything?
I mean, since my freshman year, it's been an issue, and Campus Life Committee tried to do something for it years ago. We tried to find storage on campus within like Jacobus and different places, in just other buildings, and then we thought maybe pods would be better, so we were thinking of getting like those storage pods, which are portable, outdoor, something. We also thought of getting lockers and putting them in Jacobus in some of the free area, and so our whole initiative was like finding free space places on campus, which would be to give clubs places to store their items so that they're not taking things home with them, because in the past, a lot of the things that we gave to organizations, they were re-requesting, and they were big items, and we were like, well, where are these going? And people would say, well, we're storing them in our apartment. Well, we're not here. And obviously they shouldn't be doing that because they were things that they were using, such as, I know that C2GS doesn't do it, but things like, I think one of the things that was a karaoke machine, and they were like, we're storing it in our apartment. Okay, they're using this karaoke machine when they have friends over. So yeah, that was, does that answer your question?
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Like,
Also, in case, I don't know how much you know, but there are some organizations on campus that have their own offices, like C2GS, like they said, they have their own like closet storage space. APO, even though they're not an RSO, has, they're not an RSO. They have an office in Jacobus, and so does SDS, and like I think
ESC, the
is
Stu,
using
Lake,
space.
SGA.
Yeah. So there are some clubs that have their own designated space, but obviously not all of them.
cabinet have anything to add? Discussion on that? Sarah covered it all. Yvonne?
You guys know, actually, all those offices are being used currently?
Yeah. They have swipe access and keys and stuff that get transferred. They're definitely getting used. There was the previous CCSI, had looked into possibly reclaiming offices, transferring their ownership, and every single one had like enough active use that you really had nothing you could do about it. And
I know
like,
some of the offices did move, some of the offices changed.
did they?
Mhm.
Yeah. But they're all getting used. There's not like
Yeah,
an
they
empty
are.
room up there.
They weren't.
Any discussion?
Well, there's only that, the old, t-shirt dining room.
That's the only unaccounted room, yeah. Which probably still has all the equipment in there, it's just locked. Actually.
I think they got rid of equipment, and the last I had talked to Dean Nelson about any kind of storage or, yes, God bless you, anything in Jacobus. They're trying to stray away from it because, as per the master plan, if anybody went on Wednesday, that's one of the first buildings to go. So they don't want to put more clubs in there just to take them out in a year. So
Continued discussion then, this item, any other items? John?
Could people who are involved with it talk about the barcode scanning project
He's
that?
that was
Yeah,
all-
that's
Yeah,
That was all
yeah.
marked, yeah.
Okay, that's all marked. Alright.
And I think one of the reasons, I mean, as I was here, I oversaw that meeting when we turned it down, the budget for that, and the big, correct me if I'm wrong, the reason why we didn't do it was because we thought it wasn't structured enough of a plan.
Yeah.
And we thought that we were just gonna barcode a bunch of things that were then gonna still stay unstored in proper places, and there would be no way to regulate the check-in, check-out process. So we really would just spend the money to track down and label things, and then let them continue to get lost with labels on them. So, that was kind of the big seller of why we didn't do it, Kristen.
I mean, the basic problem is that Stevens doesn't have the infrastructure for the clubs to do this. So, I don't think we're gonna be able to find a reasonable solution until we get the infrastructure.
Continue discussion, we'll go to Mike, and then we'll go to Ashley.
This is kind of a new topic.
Alright, before we go to Mike's topic then, storage.
Yeah,
Ashley?
that's fine.
Oh, do you have anything to add? Go
Just
ahead.
if anybody had any ideas, feel free to come to the cabinet, we'll definitely look into anything at this point, so just let us know.
Sean, did you have anything to add on this? You know, what's up? Okay, Mike, your topic, then we're gonna move on.
It's just a quick question. For those of us that weren't able to go to the president's meeting on Wednesday, is the information that was passed on available? Is that on the website? Thank you.
Yeah, and then they have an email address, masterplan@stevens.edu. You can email questions to them if you have any once you look at the material. But I wasn't able to attend Wednesday, but in the pre-one, they were very serious about not distributing this out of campus. So I'm sure he reiterated those same points on Wednesday.
It was very good.
Yeah, so don't share, people out of the campus. Only because it's at the stage now where like contractors and construction companies are gonna wanna start looking at it to prepare preemptive discussion items for the school, and that's just a lot of extra garbage they don't wanna deal with right now. So.
Do you know who we moved on? Because we were just trying to find it. I would just go to Stevens at ED and
I don't
search
think it's
like
on the
master
website.
plan or.
The PowerPoint, I think, he said, they told us it would be, that's what they said on the day.
Well, if we find it, we'll email it out to you guys, and if not, one of us will probably email them and let them know that hasn't been put up yet, as their students asking for it. So. Continue discussion then, on that item. I see none, I'll do you have more? Alright, all those in favor of closing the meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Alright, meeting's closed.